What if the people who promised to protect you were secretly planning to turn against you? Imagine being a king. You have a shiny crown, a huge palace, and thousands of soldiers who listen to your every command. You believe your army would always stand by you, no matter what. But one day you find out they don't trust you anymore. And by the end of this story, you'll understand exactly how a powerful king lost everything not because of enemies, but because of his own army. This king was strong. Very strong. His kingdom was large, full of busy cities, farms, and people who looked up to him. His army was known everywhere. Other kingdoms feared them. They had won many battles together. Every time the king wanted more land or power, his soldiers fought for him. At first, everything seemed perfect. But there was a hidden problem growing slowly like a crack in a wall that no one notices until it's too late. You see, the king was very strict. He believed that to be a good leader, he had to be tough all the time. If a soldier made a mistake, the punishment was harsh. If someone questioned him, they were punished even more. He didn't listen to his soldiers. He didn't ask how they felt. He only gave orders. He thought, if they fear me, they will obey me. And yes, they did obey. But only because they were afraid. And fear is not the same as loyalty. These soldiers were not weak. They had marched across deserts where the sun burned their skin. They had climbed mountains where the air was thin. They had fought in dangerous battles where many didn't come back. They had risked everything for their king. But slowly, something began to change. The soldiers started to feel tired. Not just tired in their bodies, but tired in their hearts. They began to whisper to each other at night. Why are we always fighting? Do we ever get to rest? Does the king even care about us? At first, these were just quiet thoughts. But over time, more and more soldiers began to feel the same way. They didn't hate the king yet. But they didn't trust him either. And that's where the danger began. Now, this was the moment when everything could have changed. If the king had stopped, listened, and understood his army, things might have been different. He could have said, "I see how hard you've worked. Let's rest. Let's take care of each other." But he didn't. Instead, he became even stricter. He gave more orders, planned more battles, demanded more from his already tired army. He believed that showing kindness would make him look weak. But here's the truth, ignoring people's feelings doesn't make you strong, it makes you alone. The more the king pushed, the more the soldiers pulled away. Not openly, not loudly, but quietly inside. And once people stop believing in you, it's only a matter of time before they stop following you. Slowly, small groups of soldiers began talking more seriously. They didn't shout or rebel right away. They knew that would be dangerous. So they planned. Carefully. Quietly. They chose their words wisely. They trusted only a few people at first. Then those people trusted a few more. Like a chain, the idea spread. We can't keep living like this. We wait. And so they waited. They waited for the perfect moment. A moment when the king would be at his weakest. And then that moment came. One day, the king decided to lead his army on another long journey. He wanted more land, more power, another victory. But this time, things were different. They traveled far away from home. The land was unfamiliar. Supplies started running low. Food became harder to find. Water was limited. The soldiers were already tired. Now they were hungry too. And still the king kept pushing forward. No rest. No Because now the soldiers weren't just tired anymore. They were desperate. And when people become desperate, they stop thinking about rules. They start thinking about survival. One night, the camp was unusually quiet. No laughter. No stories. No songs. Just silence. The king didn't notice anything strange. He believed everything was fine. After all, his army had always followed him. Why would that change now? But something had changed. The soldiers had made their decision. Not tomorrow. Not next week. That very night. They moved slowly and carefully. They replaced guards with people they trusted. They made sure the king's most loyal supporters were separated. Everything was planned. Everything was quiet. No shouting. No chaos. Just silent action. The king was sleeping, thinking he was safe. But he wasn't. Because the greatest danger wasn't outside the camp. It was inside. When he finally realized what was happening, it was too late. His army, the same army that had fought for him, protected him, and helped him become powerful, had turned against him. And when a king loses his army, he loses everything. He had no one left to protect him. No one left to fight for him. No power. No control. Some stories say he was captured and taken away. Others say he didn't survive that night. But no matter how it ended, one thing is clear. He didn't fall because of a strong enemy. He fell because his own people stopped believing in him. And that's what makes this story so powerful. Because it's not just about a king. It's about how we treat others. The soldiers weren't bad people. They were brave. They were loyal at the beginning. But loyalty needs care. It needs respect. It needs trust. The king forgot that. He thought being feared was enough. He thought giving orders was enough. But real leadership is not about being scary. It's about understanding people. It's about listening. It's about caring. If the king had treated his soldiers better, if he had listened even once, maybe they would have stood by him forever. But he didn't. And in the end, he stood alone. So here's the lesson you should remember. Being powerful isn't just about being in charge. It's about how you treat the people around you. If people trust you, they will support you. If they feel ignored or hurt, they will walk away. Even if you're a king. Because once trust is broken, no crown, no army, no power in the world can save you. So always choose kindness over fear. Always listen before it's too late. Because sometimes, the biggest danger isn't your enemies. It's losing the people who once stood beside you. If you enjoyed this story and learned something new, make sure you subscribe for more powerful stories like this, and check out the next video where we talk about a leader who stopped a betrayal before it even began.